And we are zooming through this week, aren't we?
We are.
It is already Friday Eve, and I have to admit, this humidity, I don't feel it as much today.
It has come down slightly, and that also comes with the less likelihood of seeing some thunderstorms over the mountains.
Okay.
So all kind of playing into that trend of cooler and yet cloudy conditions with a nice little pop of color out towards the Canby area. I love these late summer blooms out towards the Swan Island Dahlias location. You got about 2 weeks left to go out and enjoy those late summer blooms as we slowly dip our foot deeper into the autumn season, which is just about 10 days away now. 68 degrees, that's where we currently sit. Expecting to keep those 60s going through the rest of this evening as the clouds still remain overhead. Wind is also on the calm side as we manage to poke our head above the 60-degree mark out towards the state capital. Salem at 70, seeing just about the same east of the Cascades as it's significantly drier out that direction this evening, and also enjoying those low to mid 60s along the coast. Here's a snapshot of how warm we've gotten so far today. Just to put it all into perspective, our average daytime high for the 11th day of the month, 78 degrees. So sitting slightly below that for us here in the Rose City as we have struggled to even touch 70 degrees so far this evening. As the cloud coverage is the culprit for that cooling trim, we got a very isolated rain shower popping up just outside of the Mount Adams area right now, but really low impact for many of us over the Cascades as the lightning starts to wane as our latest low pressure system starts to peel its way out of the Pacific Northwest. The lightning expecting to come to an end after some heavy rain showers have still kept those flash flood watches in effect. An additional inch to inch and a half of rain a possibility as we work our way through the rest of this evening after we've seen some measurable rainfall out towards the east since midnight. Almost 2/10 of an inch for Bend, almost 3/10 of an inch out towards the Pendleton area as our drought situation still remains on the dry side, at least for the Willamette Valley, still holding on to the severe drought, but we have seen some improvements right here along the northern coast of Oregon. That's where we have fallen back from the severe category to the moderate. But just taking a snapshot of the very small changes we've seen over the past week compared to what it was this time last year, we are significantly drier as the month of September has already brought us 4/100ths of an inch of rain, but we still hold on to a growing deficit nearing 4/10ths of an inch. Hopefully we'll be able to shrink that number in the next week or so. As the thunderstorm potential, it does remain for tomorrow afternoon and evening. All as that low exits, a ridge of high pressure warms us up and dries things back out. But we're watching this little kink in the jet stream right here, known as a short wave. That's going to help to usher in slightly cooler and rainier conditions just in time for the end of our weekend. So those August or autumn rains, I should say, definitely making a return as our futurecast does show a mix of the clear and cloudy skies as we work our way into Friday. That will also be the case Saturday, but really not expecting to see any moisture over the next 48 hours. A lot of goose eggs for our rain gauges, but we are anticipating for Sunday the return of the moisture, filling up the bucket close to 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. A welcome sight. All right, tonight here in the city, falling back to about 57, mostly cloudy. We could see some clearing later in the day. If it happens a little bit earlier, I think we'll be closer to that 70-degree or 75-degree mark, I should say. As you head out to the coast for this weekend, expect a mix of the sun and the clouds. Sunday, that's when the rain starts to ramp back up again. And that's not just for the coast, but the I-5 corridor, the Cascades as well, as we cool back into the low 70s for the end of the weekend, just to return to that late summer warming trend for Tuesday with a high of 83 degrees.
Yeah, that'll be nice, huh?
It
Just
will.
A little taste of summer there towards the end.
With a few autumn rains in the mix as well.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, we've got